everyone. Can you hear me? Is it working?
Not yet, because you've still got it on the loop.
There you go.
There you go, working.
Oh, that's bad up in the corner there.
I can't do anything.
Can you all hear us?
Can you hear me?
All good. Awesome. Sorry about those technical difficulties. Just trying out, well, what you can see on the screen, some Streamlabs stuff and new mics and new webcams and things like that. So awesome. All sorted. You know what I forgot to do? Press start the stream on YouTube, but that's another story. Love the t-shirt. Yes, it's Mickey around the world, Rich. So, this stream is all about the questions that we asked from you, the general questions, the personal ones we're going to do next week in a live stream, but this week is all about those general questions that everybody asked, so we're going to start going through those. There's quite a few to get through, and I apologise for any sniffing and coughing that I do. I'm not very well at the moment. Hi Simon and Lisa, hi Reeves, Family Adventures, hi Shari, hi Rich, hi Himty, and anybody else who's in there that I can't see. So shall we start with a question? If you think of any other questions as we're going through, feel free just to ask them. Right, let's start with the first question, which was from Planet Mark. And Planet Mark asks, what's the most embarrassing thing Shaun has ever done? Well, I'm going to leave Caroline to answer that one.
I would say Shaun's got an extremely terrible habit of hiccuping and pumping in public really loudly, frightening people and then blaming it on me.
Is that the most embarrassing thing I've done, is it?
The other thing, one of the other embarrassing things you've done is probably in...
Hi Daphne, and anybody else who's watching with you.
In Mexico, you jumped on the table pretending you were part of... Oh, what pack is it? The Wolf
Hello,
Pack.
Alan.
The Wolf Pack.
The Wolf Pack.
From The Hangover.
Do you want me to tell the story?
You tell it, yeah.
So we were in Mexico. I was playing beach volleyball with a few of the lads, and there was a couple of guys walking past, and we all had a double take because we looked at them and they all looked like the guys from The Hangover. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, whatever. We went in the pool, and then they came into the pool a bit later on, and we were like, yeah, they definitely look like the guys from The Hangover. Turns out they were there for a wedding. It was the night before, and it was just crazy. I'll have to find the photo and post it, but it was just crazy. And then later on that night, after a few drinks,
did you just tell them you pulled a moonie though?
No, I haven't finished the story.
Oh, right, okay.
You've ruined it, Caroline. Later on that night, that group had fallen out with each other. So to get them back together, I went over to the group that was in the restaurant, climbed onto the table, pulled a moonie, and then everyone was happy and drinking shots. So that was the most embarrassing thing, would you say?
No, because later on that night you were so drunk that half the people that we were with decided they were going to go skinny dipping, and you went, oh yeah, okay, right, so you started stripping down and everybody else didn't bother.
Yeah, nobody likes to see just Shaun skinny dipping, right? Hi Big Tender, welcome to the stream. We've just started with the first question. So that was Planet Mark. Let's have a look at Jane's question next.
That's Jane O'Sullivan.
And Jane has two questions. So Jane asks, how and where did Shaun propose?
You can answer that one.
So I proposed in Jamaica.
Hi Jane.
Hi Jane. Right on time for your question.
Dave's just over the way as well, so he's ready to answer your question as well.
Yes, empty. So I proposed in Jamaica in 2015. Yeah, 2015. And it was a romantic meal on the beach. I can't remember what I said. Caroline can't remember what I said. I think it was just mumbling words because we had an annoying waiter who kept saying, stand up, sit down, get on your knees, say this, do this. And I was like, just go away and leave me to it.
He tried to rush you through the whole thing. and you just warbled everything out, and I don't really understand what you said, to be honest. But I just said yes anyway.
Hey Planet Mark, you just missed the answer to your question. But yes, that is how and where I proposed. There's a whole other story about the ring, which we
For
might
another time.
talk about later. Now there's a question from Jane for you, Dave. Dave, what was your favourite place to eat or drink in Disney at a resort or park?
Homecoming for both.
Did you hear that, Jane? Homecoming.
Homecoming for both.
And there's a reason behind that, Jane. It's because Dad and Shaun were absolutely stotting. Otherwise, the Americans, they were very drunk at Homecoming. Yes. On the moonshine.
But the food was lovely.
Well, you said the chicken was moist.
Chicken was moist.
It was very moist. And I love a nice breast. Like when a breast is moist, and that's what you liked as well, didn't
Yes.
you? We didn't really like the biscuits, they were dry, but the breasts were moist.
And the drink was going down like water.
The drinks were wet.
Did you hear that, Jane? Drinks going down like water.
So, those were Jane's questions. And now we've got...
Sharis says, yay, Homecoming. Have you read that?
Hmm?
Sharis says, yay, Homecoming.
Himpty Official asks, how did you survive the chicken nugget challenge and eat a burger? Well, I'm quite ill now, so I don't think I did survive. I've been ill ever since then, haven't I? Well, I was ill at that time as well.
Shaun's
so.
been unwell for quite a bit of time, but he just wouldn't admit it. And he couldn't even get through the burger that he had afterwards. He put half of it in the bin.
It was horrible. I haven't been to McDonald's since. Planet Mark, I don't know, you should have got a
Hi,
notification,
Wendy.
but there was a couple of technical difficulties in me not pressing the start streaming button when we started the stream. Thanks for popping in, Wendy. So that was Himpty. Let's have a look at the next question. From WDW2, and they have 3 questions.
Yep.
2 of them we can see. So the first question is, if you could be friends with any Disney character, which would it be and why? So I would be Tigger.
Why?
Why would I be Tigger?
Yeah, you've never told me this.
I think Tigger. I would I'd be friends with Tigger because sometimes I can sound like Tigger. I can't right now, but sometimes I can sound a little bit like Tigger.
That is true.
What about you?
I think I'd like to be friends with Goofy, so for once in a
So
blue
you
moon
can
I could be tall.
Propose to yourself.
Well, if you
And I
tell
could
people
propose-
that
And I could be
propose
tall.
to you,
I could be tall.
Yeah,
You know, I really like Goofy. He's always lovely to us.
he is. And the second question, what are your individual passions and hobbies aside from Disney? Caroline?
I am an avid football fan. I love Newcastle United. And I used to play football, as did Dad, many years ago. I used to do horse riding, which obviously I can't do any of those anymore. I used to love reading, which I can't do anymore either. And I love music. Used to love going to gigs and things. But other than that, really haven't got many hobbies anymore because I can't do them. But yeah, that's the kind of things I liked.
Cool. And my passions and hobbies, aside from Disney, YouTube, editing the videos, making videos. That's probably it right now, isn't it? I like going to the cinema as well. I'm looking forward to going to see the new Avengers film, but I don't want to see it just yet when I can't hear properly at my right ear and stuff. So
Your favourite pastime's eating. You like to go out for food.
is that I'm passionate about eating. Yes, right. And there was a third question from WDW2.
There was, yeah. Right, Dad. Is it true Dave beat Gaston at an arm wrestle twice blindfolded and with his weaker arm?
it's Dave the Destroyer.
So it's true.
It's because he's Dave the Destroyer, if you didn't hear that. Eating is definitely good, Alan Stevie, sorry. Okay, so that was WDW2. And the next up is Shari.
Woo.
And Shari asks 2 questions. So, how did you come up with the name See Shaun Vlog for the channel? How did we come up with the name?
We just sat round for days thinking of different words.
For days and
your name.
days, thinking of things that would go together, and that was the best we could come up with, really.
I think it was
We
more-
didn't really know exactly what the channel was going to be about, so we kept it fairly generic, although it's heading more towards Disney and theme parks, but it means it's a generic name. It can be about anything, really. Don't we all love eating rich? That's about right, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And the second question is, if you could meet any famous person, past or present, who would it be? Caroline.
I've got an abundance of people I would love to meet.
You're only allowed to pick one.
I would say possibly Marilyn Monroe.
Okay. And why would you?
Because I've always liked her films. I used to like reading about it, and I just think it would be interesting to find out what her thoughts are on a lot of stars, and obviously John F. Kennedy.
Okay. And who would I like to meet? Who would I like to meet? Past or present?
He says the Destroyer.
The Destroyer. I don't know. This is a hard question. Maybe.
Who would you really, really, really like to meet? I mean, even if it's somebody that you watch in a film or.
Someone from Star Wars.
No.
No.
Not. I don't know. 18.5 stone, isn't he? Rich even. Sorry. Who? I don't know.
I would have once upon a time said you would love to meet Cheryl Cole just because the fact
Cheryl
you used to
Cole.
like her.
If you're going for beautiful women, it would be Jennifer Lawrence, but she's not the nicest person to meet. She doesn't like strangers. I don't know the answer to that one.
I've met a few famous people in my life, so I've been quite lucky. There's nobody. Would you not have liked to
Maybe-
have met Stephen Hawkins? That's another one, yeah.
No, maybe Heath Ledger. Actually, just to have a chat with him to see what was going on. I mean, he's a brilliant actor, and also to see what was going on there.
Giovanni.
The Governor. Right. Up next,
Shari says thank you for your answers, Dad.
As ya?
Up next, we have 86.5.
Who will be enjoying the
And
sunshine?
I
in Disney.
forgot to change the title. So, Planet Mark, these are not your questions, these are Jason's questions. So, question 1 is, if sauce didn't exist, what would you dip your nuggets in? Well, you were all misled when I did the nugget challenge. Gareth said I dipped a nugget in wine. It was in water. So, that's what I dipped them in, water.
In water?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
to make them moist and
Wasn't waiting.
a bit drippy, dripping wet.
You've been asked a question here before you go on any further.
Oh,
Planet Mark would like to know, with an extra question, Shaun, will you come to mine and Florishta's Vlogs new ukulele thrash metal band?
no.
He's not musically talented or anything such
No.
thing, and he can't do anything.
I can't play the ukulele. I don't like thrash metal,
And he can't sing.
and I can't sing.
And he can't play anything. He's not musically talented at all.
No, I mean I could come and be a cheerleader or something, I suppose, but as long as I'm wearing earplugs.
A roadie.
You can
Yeah.
be a roadie.
Yeah, Rich, a bit drippy. Yeah. The second question from 86.5 is, where is your dream holiday location, visited or not?
You can answer yours.
I would like to visit the Maldives because it's going to disappear in our lifetime, and it's just a beautiful place that I'd like to go to and be chilled out.
I think the other place that you really like to go to is to Vietnam and things, isn't it, as well?
I've always wanted to go to Vietnam ever since the Top Gear special.
Springy Tail says they're gonna. Is
The
it?
thrash metal.
And Himpty says you cheated.
How did I cheated by having some water empty? What about you?
I've always wanted to go to the Maldives, Mauritius, but there's one place. If I could still horse ride, I'd like to go to Patagonia And do
Right.
the Patagonia Trail horse riding.
Okay. We need to get you fitting well for that then.
It's never going to happen.
Will you wear the bikini, Shaun? The bikini that you wore yesterday on that video? No. Dave can.
Dave can.
South Korea, yeah. Well, is it a safe place to go to right now with the...
Tom would like to ask a question. Jane says, that's Jane's husband Tom that I was talking about, Dad. Would you like to
Can Tom ask a question? Is
Go.
that the question, Jane? Because if it is, the answer's yes. While you're typing that, we will have a look at Gareth and Laura's questions, and they are not in. Gareth's at work.
Gareth's at work.
And I'm not sure where Laura is. But Gareth and Laura asked 3 questions. I've always wanted to go to Whitley Bay. You're welcome to come up and go to Whitley Bay anytime you want,
Whitley
Rich.
Bay. Oh,
I don't know why you'd want to go there, but you're welcome to come up.
Shaun's actually from...
Hi Kitty, hi Aunt, if you're both there.
Shaun's actually from North Shields, which is just round the corner from Whitley Bay.
Indeed. So, Gareth and Laura's first question was, if coffee was illegal, what would its street name be? What a strange question. Any ideas?
Java juice.
Java juice?
Carver.
Java juice.
Carver juice.
Say hi?
Say hi.
Caffeine
Caffeine
hi?
hi.
Say hi? Say hi and crash? I don't know. It's like, strange question.
Crash cough.
Crash? Well, yeah.
I don't know. Why would it be that, did he say?
Rush cough.
Alright.
Coffee. Rich, yes. I think somebody came up with that before us. Right. Second question. What is something that is popular now, but in 5 years everyone will look back on and be embarrassed by? This.
What was what? What was that? Sorry, I didn't...
Something that's popular now, but in 5 years everyone will look back and be embarrassed.
Oh.
And if you mark yesterday's video.
Probably, you know what it is? Just living our daily lives, there'll be something that everybody's, by the time we get to a certain age, you're always going to say there's something that you're embarrassed by. It's always the case because fashion changes.
You always laugh.
Yeah, you always laugh back and you'll go, what was that I was wearing? So it'll be fashion. It's always fashion.
Maybe.
Jane would like to know, well, sorry, not Jane.
Have we got a question from Tom?
Yes,
he would like to know if you will introduce him to the homecoming moonshine in November. Yes.
Jane, as long as you can look after me.
Yes, fine.
You'll thoroughly enjoy it.
You will. If you like bourbons and moonshines and that kind of stuff.
The
you will.
pickleback moonshine was lovely.
Indeed.
Pickly.
And the moist breasts. Don't
It was
forget.
wet. It was
It's
wet.
not
and
just about the
pickly.
drinks in there. It's
The food.
it's all about the chicken.
And
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's about the deviled eggs for me.
What's going to go down in history as one of your high points, Mark? Visiting Whitley Bay or dressing up as a mermaid?
East bikini yesterday.
Right? Why not Whitley Bay?
Empty, yes, liquid cocaine for the coffee.
Next question. So, what are some things okay to do occasionally, but definitely not okay to do every day? I'm told eating cake,
Yeah.
but I think that's fine.
I would say not eating big huge bars of chocolate daily within the space of less than 5 minutes.
It's once a week, okay though.
Once a week's fine.
Well, that's
but
all I
not
do.
every day.
That's fine.
No, you don't. You do it much more than that. You lying, Tom.
Oh dear. Okay, so that is Gareth and Laura. And next up is Despicable 3.
I don't think they're in either because I think Steph will be at work, I think.
No, they're not in at the moment. So, first question is, if you were a pudding, what would you be and why?
Oh,
Not spotted dick. Not spot a dick. What?
Sharis says you can't eat a kebab all the time.
Who can't?
You would.
If you were a pudding, I would be a syrup sponge
Wow.
because I'm spongy and sweet and sticky.
I don't know what I'd be. What would I be? I'd have to be something with a soft centre because I've got a soft centre. I'm soft-hearted.
I don't know.
Caramel.
Dad says, why would I be caramel?
Soft.
Dad says I'd be caramel, so something with caramel.
Would you not be a creme brulee because you're warm and also like vanilla and custody? I don't know. Hi, Steph.
A fool. Why would I be a fool?
You would be a pistachio because you're a little nuts, Daphne. Yeah. That's not a pudding, but we'll accept that answer. Yeah.
Hi, Steph.
Okay, so next question is, if you could vlog a dream trip, where would it be to, and what would the itinerary look like? So this is probably a long answer, so I'll give you the short version. The dream trip would be to travel everywhere around the world, just forever. So like trying all the different countries. So it would start off with, I don't know if it would start off with Europe, but maybe like.
Well, when we last talked about this, we said we would start off in Europe and then go through until we ended up at the other end of the world.
Yeah, so start off in Europe, go through most of the countries on the train, then head into the Middle East and Asia and India and Vietnam and Thailand, that kind of place. Pit stop in Australia and then probably like some couple of places in Africa and then South America up to America and end at Disney World maybe.
Well, we'll probably end as Caribbean, I would suspect, back in
Maybe.
Mexico.
But yeah, all around the world, and it would have a big itinerary. It's a lovely pillow, isn't it, Steph?
Daphne said they've got pistachio pudding. Yeah, pudding's is cake really to us. Like it can be anything such as cake.
Yeah, so look, pudding means something different in the UK to America. So in America it's a very specific thing, but in the UK it's any dessert. So it could be a biscuit, a cookie, it could be like a sponge pudding, could be chocolate cake. Anything that you have is a dessert. Cheese even could be pudding.
Yeah.
You want to be sticky toffee pudding. Oh, you want to try sticky toffee pudding, Steph?
Well, Steph, we
lovely.
don't live that far from where sticky toffee puddings actually originated from, really, do we? The best sticky toffee pudding is in what's it called? What's the place called? I can't think right now. It's in Cumbria.
Money, Mark, is
Somewhere.
what's stopping us. If we win the lottery, though, we'll see.
It's me who's really stopping me because I couldn't
No,
do.
it's money.
But I couldn't do half those things now.
But if we had
It
enough
would be
money,
very
it would
hard to do them.
be a lot easier. Right. So that is Despicable 3. And next up is Tracy G.
Tracy G is again another one that's partying in Disney.
Over there in Florida right now. I hope they're having a great time. So Tracy asked 4 questions. What made you start YouTube? 2 reasons. I'm very lazy and needed something to do. And before we went to Vegas in 2016, we started watching the Trooper 97 from when he only had a couple of subscribers, and he's like massive now. So we started watching him, and then we arranged to go to Disney World and Vegas again, so we started watching more and more YouTube. The Tim Tracker, Despicable 3 were the first kind of Disney Universal
True.
vloggers, and then it's just grown from there. So when we found the Despicable 3, I would say that's probably when we decided
Yeah, Despicable 3
that
were
we'd
a big
give vlogging a
influence.
try.
And then it was the Brook Arts. The Despicable 3 and the Brook Arts,
Yeah.
I would say, were our biggest influence.
Yeah. How did you and Caroline meet? At my house party that I didn't want. And it also turns out, what, five years earlier, we'd worked together as well and just never bumped into each other.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. So we probably met then, but at my house party where I lived with a couple of friends at the time. If you could go to dinner with a celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I've already planned my dinner party with celebrities gone by.
Are you only allowed to pick one?
Well, I'm probably just going to say Marilyn Monroe again. But if I
Okay.
have to say somebody different, Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King Jr. I would pick Dwayne Johnson because I bet he's a hoot, and he will have lots and lots of stories.
It's true.
John Lennon.
Oh, Dad says John Lennon, everyone.
John Lennon for Dave.
Oh, could you imagine that? Those three in a dinner party? That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Mm. And the last, who's having a house party?
Dinner party, I
Oh,
said.
the dinner party. Right, okay. Hi, he would bring the tequila, yeah. Dwayne Johnson would. Mm. The Rock. Right. Last question from Tracy G is sauce on a bacon sandwich.
Start
like
again.
a Roadrunner. Red, brown or none?
Brown for Dave.
Red for Shaun.
And when I used to eat bacon, it would have been brown, but I eat veggie bacon now, and I prefer brown or spicy sauce. I like spicy things, spicy sauce on everything.
So there we go. Bacon sandwich. Next up is hot dog and donut. And no Leadmans. That would be a good one. I don't want to see his crinkly bottom though, Shari. And I bet you that's why you wrote it in the chat.
Would he-
Because you knew I would say that.
Would he bring Mr. Blobby?
Well,
Blah, 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 blah.
it's a bit spotty.
See? Springer Tails, spicy sauce for the win. Totally agree.
Definitely, but why did I read spicy sauce as spicy sausage? Must fancy some spicy sausage. Right, we are now up for hot dog and donut. So, burgers. Should the lettuce and tomato be on top or underneath?
Top and top.
On top, but I don't care because you can turn it upside down and then it doesn't make any difference.
It's true.
I also prefer not to have tomato and lettuce in the burger because it distracts from the meat.
I wouldn't have tomato in mine anyway, so.
Oh. What is veggie bacon?
Veggie bacon is made out of either corn, which is mushroom based, or TVP?
Yes, Shari, I get you.
What's that?
But you really just wanted me to say crinkly bottom. Daphne, I don't understand it either. It smells disgusting.
No, the best veggie bacon, Daphne, you can get. You can no longer get it in the UK, but I can get it every time I come to America, and it's Morningstar, and it's like having a packet of bacon fries or something like that.
What, bacon frazzles that Himpty doesn't
That
like?
Himpty doesn't like it.
It's like them, right. So that was hot dog and
Springer
donut.
Tails loves the spicy sausage too. I don't know whether it's Stevie or Alan that's speaking at this point. Is it Stevie or Alan who likes the spicy sausage and the spicy sauce?
Well, if Stevie likes Alan's hot spicy sausage, that's a different story. But if
You
Alan
want us
likes
to
it, I
do
don't
blobby
know.
again. He wants us to do the blobby.
Mr. Blobby, oh Mr. Blobby. That's
Why was it not too bad?
I agree. No vegetables. only
It's Alan.
buns,
Alan likes a
meat
spicy
and
sausage.
cheese.
Alan likes a spicy sausage.
With spicy sauce.
Nice. And no vegetables on buns. Yes, agree. Just meat. My favourite type of burger.
Italian.
Yeah, we were saying.
Possibly like pork and chorizo. M&S do a really nice one when it's barbecue season, don't they, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
So that was hot dog and donuts question. And up next we have Flo Rich Dar. Bob makes his own bacon.
It comes from a pig.
Yes, that tends to be where bacon comes from, Daphne. Flo Rich Dar asks, what one ride at Universal that is no longer there would you bring back? Jaws, never got to ride it, want to ride it. Caroline? I might have to go to
Back to the
Tokyo.
Future.
Universal, because it's still there.
Back to the Future.
Both of Dad and Back to the Future for us.
Back to the Future. And that would be a time travelling attraction. So there we go. That's Florida's question. And
Is Planet Marks likes me blobby?
Mr. Blobby.
Love it.
Damien and India ask, what is your dream job? I've always wanted to be a pilot.
Wow, I didn't know that. And my dream job was actually to be air traffic control in the RAF.
Of course, I would be a pilot and she would boss me around. There we go.
I honestly, you never ever told me you wanted to be a pilot. See,
Yeah.
I'm learning something new, everyone.
Harley is
He's just lying down.
Yeah. Harley's he's here.
Yeah.
I don't know which side he's there.
He's beside me down here. He's flat out. Who asked that? I didn't see on the questions.
You didn't miss much. Really? Jaws is meant to be a good ride. I don't know what's at Universal anymore.
Daphne says she doesn't know what's a Universal anymore. She hasn't been there since 1993.
Wow. Well, Jaws isn't there anymore, Daphne. So I think on your next trip down to Florida, you need to go to Universal maybe, because there's some good rides there. And Damien in India's second question is. This is Damien's question. Do I have to answer this question? I want it to be and the cost of it as well, Alan, of becoming a pilot is just crazy expensive. What you have to pay, or what you had to pay when I was younger.
Yeah, it's all about the 20/20 vision though. If you've got no 20/20 vision, you're not doing it. Stephs,
Can everybody still hear us?
Can you hear us? Sharis still got it.
Still got it. Okay, so Damien, thank you for this, love, because this was Damien who asked it, not India, strangely. Would you rather eat a bogey-sized poo or a poo-sized bogey? We've been thinking about this one, and I would rather eat a bogey-sized poo.
You would?
If I had to eat it at all.
I'd rather.
Because you can get like tiny, tiny, tiny bogies. Whereas a poo-sized bogey would be like an oyster and they're horrible. But you like oysters. So
I love oysters and I love mussels. I'm going for a poo-sized bogey.
Whoa, a poo-sized bogey, dear me. Sweet and salty. Hope that answer's good enough for you. Right, next up.
Oh no, hold on, before we ask. Right, what would the rest of yous do? Would you rather have a bogey-sized poo or a poo-sized bogey?
Yeah, let's hear some of your answers. What would you like? Neither, too hard, both are disgusting. Yeah. Daphne, yeah.
Just retracted a message.
If your message was that disgusting, you retracted it. No.
Message retracted.
A bogey-sized poo. It's the size. Oh.
Like that?
Oh.
I don't know. That's a big poo, but anyway.
Oh, I've got as well, Shaun. I've lost one. Is everybody else having problems with the stream?
You said
Should have caught up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not having any problem.
Bogey size. Oh, you're all going for bogey size poo.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yes.
I've run away from the situation. Not him.
Put me down for a poo-sized poo. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's moving on. Geeked Out Getaways is up next with their question. Will you ever eat chicken nuggets again? Yes.
No, you said the other day the way you were feeling, you don't think you'd ever eat McDonald's again.
Chicken nuggets, yes. McDonald's, probably. But I just don't have any desire for McDonald's right now.
Just a normal size amount.
And next question is our last question from the Kilt Guy. So if you had to pick one Disney food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? So that doesn't say it's the only thing you can eat. You're just allowed one thing.
Yeah.
So corn dog. Corn dog would probably be my thing if I could only eat one Disney food. That's like a Disney type food.
And it's really hard for me because as being vegetarian, there's not a great deal of options. So I'm going to go for the spicy trail mix, the Chip and Dale trail mix thing, because I do love that and I always bring it home.
Okay. Dole Whip. Never had a Dole Whip, Daphne. We need to try it next time.
And I won't be having it because I don't like pineapple.
Then you can't have orange, which is...
And I can't have orange, yeah.
I realised when Method to the Magic asked last week, I think it was, for people to help with a video that they're doing on your favourite Disney desserts, like any kind of Disney dessert, and I realised, despite having a really sweet tooth, I don't really have lots of puddings and desserts and sweets at Disney. So I've never had a Dole Whip, I've never had a churro, never had any of those candy apples or big cakes and macarons or anything like that.
No, you've just had more...
It's more savoury.
But what you have eaten is you've had waffles and you've had...
Yeah, it was horrible. No.
And you've had mainly cookies, different types of cookies, that's what you mainly had, or chocolates.
Yeah, rich, but the corn dog from Casey's rather than the hot dog for me. Gas and sticky bun, I need to try that. So I'm going to have to remedy this when we go to Disneyland Paris and have a lot of Disney snacks there, I think. And when we go back, next time we'll go back to Florida, have a few as well. The meat salad bowls from Satuli Canteen for me.
I don't actually...
Didn't have them last time, but we're going to next time. We're going to next time. So... And I hope they're as good as everyone says they are and they look. So
the thing is, I don't eat sweet stuff. I don't actually have a sweet tooth, so I don't really eat sweet things. I'm savoury, and there's not really.
You're sweet enough, as you say.
Yeah, I don't really like sweet things.
So that is all of the questions that we have that were pre-submitted, that were in the general category. The personal one we're going to do next week because that's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, the personal ones are a little bit more in depth and a little bit more serious. So the way Shaun's feeling, he didn't really want to go into it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one separately. So Rice Krispie treats, I think they're boring, Alan or Stevie, whoever that is. A Rice Krispie, like the huge Rice Krispie things, and they just look a bit dry and a bit boring. Mark, definitely not thinking about the poo, but if you keep mentioning it, I guess I am. Turtle brownies in Epcot. Ooh, we'd have to try those. And Mickey cookie with the chocolate covered ears. Okay, you're just giving me things to have now, to try.
I just thought of something. Kevin said that I don't really eat sweet things, but the one thing I do quite like is a snickerdoodle.
Mm-hmm. Daphne, you're going to do yours on the blueberry cheesecake at Satuli Canteen. I want to try that. We only tried the beers last time. We didn't have the food because we were going to... When we went to Pandora the first time, we were going to Tusker House for lunch. So we were there just before that. And the second time, what were we doing?
I can't remember.
We were in and out. Basically, the only reason we went to Animal Kingdom was to ride Flight of Passage on the Fast Pass that we had. So we didn't do anything else, and that's why we didn't eat there. But we will in the future.
The easy way to tell what we're actually doing is
little Rice Krispie balls with the sauce on. Okay, I will try one. Just because obviously I've got to experiment and try things. I will try one. One of those.
Daphne's talking about cheesecake. I can get away with eating some cheesecakes, but I'm not sure I'd like blueberry.
We'd have to check if it's vegetarian as well, because it's more moussey than cheesecake.
Yeah, if it's got rennet in it. It's not gelatin, sorry, in it.
Yeah. So I've heard, Steph. It looks pretty awesome. You can get them from Main Street Confectionery. In a pack of 48. I will have a look and find those. So that's all of the questions that we had that people have asked us. But if any of you guys have any other questions, we will happily answer them and chat for a little bit longer, not too much longer, because I'm getting tired and you're probably tired as well.
I'm always tired, so.
Yeah. But if there's any other questions that you guys have on a general basis, we're happy to answer those. Is Flight of Passage good? It is amazing. It's Dave's favourite ride. It's my favourite ride. Is it yours? I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't my favourite. But that's because I struggle with rides that of a certain type with What's Wrong With Us. But no.
So, yeah, Flight of Passage. We only did Fast Pass, so we didn't get to see the full queue. But what we saw of the queue was pretty good.
Big.
To be honest, I'd rather not have to queue for all those hours in the main queue, so I'm not bothered about seeing it. And the ride itself was just, comparing it to Soarin', it's a similar type of ride, but it doesn't really compare because it's the ride vehicle like breathes. It's a Banshee that's breathing on you and you're moving, and it's quite different. Like Soarin' goes up like that, and you're in the 3 levels, whereas Flight of Passage
enjoy Daphne, and thank you for coming.
Was Daphne off, is she?
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, Shaun.
That's okay. We'll see you later, Daphne. Enjoy your weekend. And do we have
Benson's just came
Benson in?
Hey Benson.
Hi Benson, thanks for stopping in.
Have you answered that?
Buy him tea.
Have you answered that for
No, you
Buy him tea.
Flourish asking you. That's what Rich
how
is
to
asking you.
start a live stream?
Long. Long queue. The ride itself isn't too long. It's probably, what's the ride? Like a minute or 2 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did we miss a question?
Rich is asking how you do a
What's
live
how
stream.
you start a live stream?
With difficulty, if you're talking about this one. There's a couple of different ways of doing live streams. So the very, very first one that we did, I scheduled on the laptop, tried to do it on the phone, couldn't do the event, and it didn't work. Second one, we used the phone, really, really easy, dead simple, good quality footage. The third one was the joint stream with Himpty, which was breaking new ground and difficult, and we need to go back and revisit that and try and do it a little bit better. Bye Daphne, enjoy your weekend away with Rob. And this stream, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and that's how we've got the chat on the screen and the questions, and played the music and the little video at the beginning. And I can probably do a whole lot more once I figure it out. Also got a new webcam specifically for this, although I don't think the quality is as good as the phone, but definitely better than the computer webcam.
We could ask the guys what they think of the quality between what you've done before. Yeah, what I'm saying.
Are you thinking about doing a live stream, Rich? I know you did your 23-second epic, but are you thinking about doing a bigger one? Is it easy to use? It depends on. That's 4 different methods I've done. This one has taken a couple of hours to figure out. With Streamlabs, with all the overlays and the graphics and things, it's taken a couple of hours to figure that out. But straightforward enough now that I know. Mobile is by far the easiest way to stream. Just if you're not bothered about graphics and titles and all that kind of stuff, just use your mobile. It's like you press go live, off you go. Dead easy. You use the phone, Mark. And then does Laura read the comments off the phone, off the laptop or something behind the camera? You may do a Q&A. We'll come on there, Rich, and ask you questions, and hopefully get some funny answers. I'll give you some difficult questions though. If you've seen the questions I've given other people, they're interesting.
Jane would like to know what you use to edit your vlogs.
What do I use to edit the vlogs? I use Adobe Premiere Pro on the laptop. I started off with HitFilm Express, and they did an update and it went a bit funny and I couldn't figure it out, so I started paying for Adobe Premiere Pro, which is expensive but has a lot of features. If you're looking for something a bit simpler and you just want to get some decent features, go for Premiere Elements rather than Premiere Pro. So Premiere Elements in the UK I think is about £80-90. Premiere Pro is £20 a month, just and it's forever. You never
Bye,
stop.
Steph. Thank you for coming. Take care.
We just press go. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Thanks for stopping in, Steph.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, Mark, it blew our mind as well. The 23-second stream. We want to see more of that. Rich, is the signal just really bad in Alton Tower, so you can't really go live from there? Use Premiere Elements. I could probably use it as well, Alan. For what I do. Although some of the colour grading and things that I've started to do now, I don't know if you can do that in Elements. Trying to up my game a little bit and learn new tricks and things. Yeah, it sucks.
Shari just sent a
Cool,
picture.
Jane. So are you gonna start vlogging? I know you were thinking about it, Jane, but are you gonna have a few practice runs, or are you just gonna wait until you go to Florida and do one then? Sorry.
Shari was just sending a picture. That's what I was looking at, just to show with the quality. That was all from her side.
All right. What was it like?
Good. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
2 minutes. Yep, they're watching the TV too. That's what we just received. I don't know if I can you lift it up because I can't with my arms at all.
No, it's fine.
Can you see it? No.
Everyone else can see it on their sheets. So yeah, so Jane, are you gonna do some vlogging? You and Tom? We'd love to see them, and we're looking forward to meeting you as well in the future. So I think we've dried up on the questions front, so that will should we call it a day?
Unless anybody else has got anything they want to ask you.
Yeah.
Jane says she may vlog the holiday.
You should. There's no one's gonna laugh or say bad things or anything like that, and if they do, just ignore them. Nobody really cares. You just do what you want to do and make what you want to make, and as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters really.
You're still learning as you go. Everybody's still learning. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. You use iMovie.
And Jane made mistakes.
I tried iMovie. We had a MacBook Air, which was terrible. Had to sell that and get a decent PC because Macs are just poor, in my opinion. So I tried iMovie, but I don't know. I didn't really like it.
Jane, I was just going to say as well, I wouldn't worry about being bad because I make so many mistakes all the time. I don't know how Shaun's able to edit me at times. I think at his end slates now we're going to have Easter eggs with me all the time doing something stupid.
Yeah, do you like the new end slate that you saw on the end of the trip announcement? It's going to look like that and have a little video playing rather than music, and it'll be either outtakes if there are any, or little clips from other videos or little trailers, something like that. Yes, Jane should definitely do it. And Rich, every day is a school day. Everybody should read
Jane's vlogs because they're really good, and if she puts that much effort into her vlogs, if she does to her vlogs, they'll be good.
Indeed. So we are going to call it a day on today's live stream. We'll be back this time, 7 p.m. next Friday, and we'll answer all of the personal questions.
That's if you're not poorly. Well, that's
well, I'm poorly now.
Depends on, you know what I mean. Depends on how you're feeling. If you get any more worse.
Yeah, we will see. But let's assume we're doing the live stream next Friday at 7 p.m. So we'll be back answering the personal questions. Hopefully we'll see you all then, and we'll chat in the meantime. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and also Carolou9 is to follow Caroline on Twitter. And
you're welcome, Jane.
We will catch you all later, and let's not forget, everyone, keep making memories.
And follow each other.
That's the new sign off, by the way. Keep making memories.
It's true.
So we will catch you later. Thanks, everyone. I definitely do, Alan. A date with the Wicker Man. He's going to breathe fire into my soul. Have a great weekend, everyone.